let's welcome on stage Riccardo, please, who is going to talk about revenue management, the impact of Web3 and AI, need, price, loyalty, engagement. So you presented yourself before, but feel free to present yourself again. And
thank you so much. And just one question, Luca. How many hours do I have? Only 2 hours? Longer. Okay, I can stay all day, all week long, right?
About 20 minutes.
Okay.
Questions.
Okay, I will start running actually. So welcome. My name is Riccardo. I just have a little presentation of myself. I'm trying to teach revenue management in the University of Rome to international students. And last year we got something like 800 students that want to know revenue management. What is revenue management? Who knows what is revenue management? Okay, my presentation is finished. Thank you so much. So actually, revenue management is something that is related to everything we do every day on perishable goods. So it goes this way. I do not go through my presentation. I don't know if you will share the slides later, but I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a teacher, I'm a human being actually, and I love travel. I love hospitality. I love this kind of word, and we met almost 30 years ago. And it was love on first sight. Let's see something. Let's just see it, not hear it. Yep. Okay.
What is revenue management? In short, it's the art of selling the right product to the right customer at the right time for the right price and through the right channel.
And saying that, it seems very easy. Sell the right product to the right person, to the right channel, at the right moment, to the right words, to the right feelings, to the right mood. But actually, who knows where started revenue management? Please? Sorry? Yes, do you remember when? A little bit later, let's say end of 1970s. So actually everything started with the regulation of the United States on the airline programs. And no, it's going. And actually the one that started thinking about revenue management in a serious way was this guy here. Robert Crandall. He was the American Airline Marketing and Sales Vice President who started to fight the grandmother of Ryanair that was called People Express. So actually he started to do something important, separate the business and the leisure segments. So we started thinking about segments. Then it was actually followed by another visionary person, Mr. Bill Marriott, that brought everything into the hospitality industry, into the world of the hotels. But actually, we just saw that Robert Crandall started to think about segments. So he clustered people based on certain values that we can say they were psychographic, geographic, demographic, behavioral, meaning we put people together with some similarities, so that we can give them something that they are waiting for, they are willing to have. And so revenue management doing this way is what, from your point of view? Profiling and another word? Personalization, okay, but I think it's a much more aggressive word. It's discrimination. Yes, actually it's discrimination, because when we think about revenue management, we all think that the revenue manager is all day long changing rates, up and down, up and down. It's not this way that it works. But actually it changes the customer to which they want to refer to. So they do not change rates. They target different people. They discriminate people. And who knows which was, since I forgot to say that I started learning revenue management since 1995. And since then, it was, we had a very, very special dream. And the dream was pricing at personam. Now we have seen that the pricing can be given to cluster of people based on behavior, sex, nationality, whatever. But think about how we can go ahead to give each single human being a price that is perfect for him, based on his needs, on his flavors, on everything. And actually, probably, hopefully, we found the answer. And the answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. And it's called Web 3.0. Why is that? Because we all know, I mean, I do not have to go through the differences between Web 1, 2, or 3. We all know that. But what we have to give attention, what we have to put our hands on, we have to put our hands on artificial intelligence and digital identity. Try to think what can be the difference in the future where you put those two big monsters together. So we can have digital identity. We take digital identity. So each of us will be having its own identity. We cannot be John Doe and, I don't know, another Mario Rossi in Italy. We have to be who we are. I can be only Riccardo Cocco in there. And with the artificial intelligence, it can learn all my needs, all my expectations, all my behaviors, all my willingness to pay, and everything. Try to put that together. What comes? It comes that we will have answers to needs. It comes that we will have answer to price, to loyalty, and to engagement. Because actually, which is the real need of the customers? We have learned that from Airbnb, which is the expectations. It's to have an experience. Are you having an experience here? So we can remember not only the room, not only my bad words or whatever, but we have the experience of what we are living now. And this is the difference. This is what is going to become. And from price per segment, clustering people, we will be having price per person. And this is my vision on how revenue management should work in the future. Now I don't know if you have ever heard about revenue management systems that got artificial intelligence or learning machines or algorithms or whatever. Actually, to be honest, no one has artificial intelligence. Probably some of them have some learning machine. All of them have a small algorithm. But the road is not so far. The target is not so far from here. And for that, I will wait for you in the future. Thank you so much for increasing the revenue with Web 3.0 and artificial intelligence. Faster, I could not go it. Yep.
Okay, so looking at big corporations that they use this, like airlines, whatever, how can this be legal in a legal framework, like that you change the price if I book versus Luca is booking next to me? Because I would be very upset if I pay more.
Okay, but probably the product you are looking for is different from the one that Luca is looking for.
Why? If it's the same flight?
Yeah, it's the same flight, but maybe it can have some different interest. To you, it can be, you know, you need, because of your behavior, much more space for your legs, and you will not see the smallest seats. So Luca will be sitting there, maybe because it does not have this kind of a need.
So do you think the user would accept this? They don't know. Sometimes you do know, because if you look for kind of the same flight, sometimes the price goes up. So
Yeah,
sometimes
but
you do
it already happens. You know,
happens
I've
already,
been at the front desk of the hotels for something like 15 years, and you cannot imagine the fight I used to, receive from the customers, because this is my friend. He spent something like 90 euros, and my bill is 180.
Okay.
Yes. Why?
Why?
Probably because he booked 1 year ago, probably because he booked a non-refundable rate, probably because he chose a different product. Please.
Right, so I love your presentation. First of all, I've been in the revenue management space on the operations side and the technology side for a few years. So I did a lot of work for Opera RMS, and also I was with Ideas for a while as well. But those are B2B products, right? So they sell their revenue management products to hotels, and they are using, like, one of the startups I was at was called Logic, which is hotel revenue management, AI, ML. But from a B2C perspective, Nor1 was an upsell solution for the hotel industry using AI, ML, doing hyper-personalization for people, let's say, buyers. So I'll just give you, like, one of the machine learning, like, one of the data variables that we fed into the machine learning algorithm was, it's going to blow your mind, right? So you and me and Luca and B, we all go to shop for the same travel experience. Guess what? We're going to look at your IP address. We're going to figure out which country you're from. We're going to look at your phone. We're going to figure out if you're using an Android device or an iPhone device. Yeah. And we're going to do all of these. This is all going to feed into the machine like algorithm to target, to hyper-personalize, target you. And then we're also going to look at, like, okay, what area you're going to, if you have any histories, and so forth. So there is a lot of metadata that's being used to hyper-personalize you.
Even if in EU it's forbidden, actually.
I have one more to add.
Yes, please.
I even heard last week that Uber has the possibility to read what battery level your iPhone has. So, yeah, correlation, the lower it is, the more willing you're to pay. So that's interesting.
So you have to you have to charge your battery, actually.
And the thing is, like, all these B2C, like the likes of the Ubers and so forth, they're constantly experimenting, constantly iterating to see what they want to keep into the algorithm. So, like, the desperation factor, if they don't really see, like, value for that, they might deprecate it. But if they actually see, like, oh, there's a revenue lift because we're seeing that people are more desperate and they can do dynamic pricing. And that's what you're starting to see in the F&B industry, because like fast food chains in the States, like Wendy's, they're experimenting with the dynamic pricing menus. So, like, if you go there during lunch, the price of the burger is going to be $1 more versus, like, at 2 o'clock because nobody's buying. So it's also like the wallet. So, like, when we look at when do we send an offer for somebody, we also take into factor of, like, the mental wallet share. Right? Your wallet share in your mind is going to be bigger on a Friday because you might have just gotten a paycheck on a Friday. So we don't
I understand the technicality. I know it's very possible, but as he said, it's currently illegal in Europe to do this, right?
Actually, yes. But as it was, for example, with Booking.com, where they did not allow to have, you remember, do you remember when Booking.com was asked for the EU to avoid the clause of the parity rates, and it's something that can change. Nowadays, I'm sure until last year, I'm not sure anymore now because I'm not following anymore. But you could not in the EU, you cannot change the rate based on nationality. If you're Italian, you have to pay 100. If you're German, you have to pay 100.
No, it is possible right now.
Now, yes, I know. Yeah, now it's possible. I did not follow the legislation, the laws, but I know it's possible because Expedia does it through the website. Booking.com does it through the IP address. So you can. The world is changing. I tell you, this one is not possible today because I understand what you said, but this is the road, the way we are doing. And that's the only way that to maximize revenues, because, actually we spoke about ancillary revenues. At a certain point, they will end. It's not possible to grow on ancillary. It's not possible to take count of ancillary revenue. You have to move forward in order to get the much as possible from the market. And the much as possible is not to steal the market. It's to give the answer to the needs of the customers. You know, I think that I learned from some of you are coming from the hotels, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and some of you from the short rental. So actually, I'm learning. I am a consultant in this industry as well, and I learned from the hoteliers and the hosts. No, booking is stealing the money. Booking is stealing the commissions. Yes, but God bless them. Because you would never have those customers. How much do they cost for you? 18% is nothing. So actually, now it's difficult. Yes, the future, we are here to draw it. Any other question?
Do you think that we can apply this kind of concept already with the platform that we have? So maybe Booking can implement this kind of stuff already in the platform, or it will be a new kind of, let's say, OTA that will implement this, or maybe Google will implement in the product it has, or maybe Instagram selling rooms or something like that.
So to be honest, I guess that my perspective, it's always from customer's perspective. I put always myself in a customer perspective to understand what, as a customer, I would wait. On the other hand, I would never give them the chance to do it, to the OTAs or Google, whatever, even if they will, of course. But, it's like we said that we all know revenue management systems, right? Okay. Do you have properties? Are you a property manager, or do you run directly?
I have hotels.
Okay. Do you have a revenue management system?
Yes. No, I have a revenue manager, a human being.
Oh,
no,
it doesn't mean...
I tried three RMS, three revenue management system based on artificial intelligence, whatever. It sucks absolutely.
Okay, that's because it is not artificial intelligence. But to be honest, I would say that you need them both.
Probably.
Revenue management system, because your revenue manager does not have the, actually is not able to collect and interact with all data he has to collect.
I behave different because I have the revenue manager that they pay, and I check their behavior with a system based on AI.
Okay.
And I like if they match more or less.
Okay, but actually, would you ever leave to a revenue management system the choice to decide which is the right rate to sell at this moment for your property?
No, and I would like to say that I had problem with one software that was based with an autopilot system. So they say the software decide the price and change the price.
I see.
Like once a minute or something like that.
Is there any IT company here selling revenue management systems? No? Which was the system?
It was LibraTech.
Libra, is not a revenue management system.
Yeah, I see. And I say, okay, it's possible to disable the auto features, because I would like that the software calls me and say, okay, you are selling at 150, you have to sell 145. Is it possible to disable the auto toggle so I can do it manually? No. Because, of course, the feature is that it works alone and you have to trust them. Okay, I say, that's okay. You can get it there.
So actually, I was part of the developer of a system that is called Outperform, and we got this feature. Actually, I never suggest to use it. Because, I will never give access to a machine at this moment to decide what to do with my money. So I always bring an example that it's very, very easy. The RMSs works based on history, collecting data from outside, pressure of the demand, events, whatever. Have you ever been in Rome? Do you know that we have one person that is always white dressed? blessing the people from a window from time to time. And sometimes it happens that this person, the Pope, dies. What is the answer of an RMS? Yes. And the answer is bullshits. You have to decrease the prices. And what happens the next year? He thinks that the Pope dies every year. It doesn't work. So that's why I'm telling you, because I tried, in order to analyze one day with all the information collected from different platforms, from different sources, to analyze one day, I took something like 26 hours. So we need the machines to faster the collect of the information, to make faster the analysis, to make them in an intelligible way. Sorry for, because you take some data from one platform that are different from another one and another one again. Let's use the systems, but always one person behind. Human intelligence.
I'll just make 2 contributing comments if I could. So corporate hospitality, revenue management, you see a shift now into cluster revenue management. There's no longer single revenue manager per hotel. They're cluster,
that's the worst part.
Right, regional revenue managers. So you may have one corporate revenue manager managing anywhere between 15 to 30 properties within their demographics or their geographics, right? And exactly the point that you were making in terms of RMS using historical data or competing sister property data to derive an output from the algorithm, that all went to shit when COVID happened. Because when you have a black swan event that impacted, like all these hotels, like all the autopilot pricing output, like did not work anymore because it just no longer made sense, right? So a lot of that has been put into, for example, ideas. Ideas revenue management intelligence is powered by data analytics. It's not powered by Ideas, it's powered by SAS. Like this huge ML, AL company that does like for multiple industries. And one of the things that they did learn was applying from other industries. I mean, so in terms of like machine learning in RMS, it is one of the area in hospitality in terms of technology that has a lot of machine learning that's been there for quite a few years.
Absolutely.
One of the things that we sort of forget, because we're all technical people, is we forget the psychology of humans. So there's one word in the English language that's made me more money than anything else, and it's the word from. So to get back to your point, every business I've ever ran had a price from. So if we had 1,000 customers in a day, and we were group focused, so that might be 70 groups or 80 groups, they would be doing 8 or 10 products. But every single group paid a different rate. And the rate difference could be tremendous. If we had a group of 10 from America in the Sahara Desert, what are they paying versus a group of 10 from France? 3 times more. Because it's from. If you're personalising to the inquiry, and you can do this by chat now, we used to do it with humans, but if you personalise that and it's from, the money you're leaving on the table by going to fixed pricing is incredible.
Yeah.
You can run what people count as small businesses, and they're incredibly profitable just by using the word from and understanding the like. When you've got a customer, who is the customer? What age are they? What job have they got? No one in travel ever asks anybody their job. Every sales team I've ever had, they got sacked unless they found out the customer's job. Because the customer's job tells me how much they earn, which tells me how much they'll pay. Yep. And you can program this now. Obviously, I used humans, but you can now use technology to do it.
And to close everything, I would say that, I use my motto that is actually, it's customers that makes numbers. It's not numbers that makes customers. Thank you so much.